Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for my October haul and favorites. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. So October had lots of promotions as we get into the season of promotions, starting with Beautylish. They had their gift card event where if you spend, I think it was $100, you get a certain amount back, $20 I want to say. So I went ahead and picked some things up that I couldn't find in other places that were having promotions, say into November. So starting with the By Terry Lash Expert Twist Brush Mascara. So this was because of Jill Christ. She reminded me of it with the video we collabed on. I believe it was a $300 luxury makeup video that we did. So say you had $300 and you wanted to invest in luxury makeup, what would you pick? And this was one of her picks. And thank you, Jill, for reminding me because I forgot how much I loved it. It's the one that has the twist depending on how much product you want to get on your eyelashes. I usually twist it first like this just to get volume on there, and then I will go ahead and untwist it, and then I get some separation. So what I love about this mascara is that it loads on the mascara really nicely without clumping, and then you have the opportunity to kind of refine it with the brush when it's in a position where you actually have the bristles all straight in a row. So I like that about it. I don't get any flaking, smudging, and it just stays all day. If you're interested in a mascara, this is a really lovely one. Probably my favorite mascara. At least currently it's my favorite mascara. The next product is by Sisley, and I picked this up because of my friend Angela Van Rose. And she featured this color, and I thought, well, she has totally different coloring than me. She's got really beautiful fair skin, blue eyes, dark hair, and this looks stunning on her eyes. So if you have blue eyes, I would pick up this color. But I thought I want to try it on my coloring and with my eyes because I really liked the finish. This is in the Silky Coral shade 32. So there are a few different finishes with this product. So what I'd like to do is go to a store and see what the other shades are. So my Saks Fifth Avenue has them as samples, but they didn't put them out because they didn't want to upset people, because if you try this out and you swatch it, you're probably going to want to buy it, but they didn't have inventory yet. So once they have inventory, I'll go back to Saks Fifth Avenue and try these out and probably pick up at least one other one because these are really pretty. I've tried it on just for a daily. And one thing I noticed is that it takes quite a bit to build it up. So you can get a really nice sheer wash of color. It looks really natural. So if you are not a fan of glittery things, then this is the shimmer for you. So I've been wearing this with a brown eyeliner, and I've been getting that look that I wanted. I don't know if you remember, I talked about the sticks, the caviar eye sticks by Laura Mercier, that one in the pink shade. I was disappointed in that. This kind of does the job for me in terms of getting that wash of color, really fine shimmer, and then that brown eyeliner. So I'll do a look with this for sure. But yeah, this one is pricey, but definitely a unique product out there compared to all the other eyeshadows I've tried. It has a really unique finish, and I don't know if I'll be able to capture it on camera how beautiful it is when I try it for you, but if you were considering this, I would highly recommend this. So those were from Beautylish. Oh, I picked up a Sonia G brush, the pencil brush, and I've already misplaced it. So I used it in a tutorial and then I never saw it again. So it's very nice. It does really deposit pigment quite densely, because when I went to the playback, because I touched up a little bit, and I just put a little bit in the crease when I played it back, I thought, oh my gosh, it doesn't look like I blended it at all because I didn't realize how much eyeshadow it was depositing on there. So really great. So is that all I picked up from Beautylish? I feel like I picked up something else. Oh, I did. I picked up brushes. That's what I did. I picked up Ray Morris brushes. So if you have been here a while, you know I love Ray Morris brushes. She's one of the first, she's not even really a YouTuber, but it's one of the first YouTube videos I ever saw about makeup. And she had used her Ultimate Cheekbone brush. And once I tried that brush, which I still can't find either, it's somewhere here, I was sucked into her brushes because they have such unique shapes. In fact, let me show you these and I'll tell you more about them. So I picked up the brush 11. I picked up the number 11 just to pat eyeshadow down, and it's got a nice tapered shape to it, where I talked about this last time, but the bristles are shorter here and they get longer as they get to the inside part of the brush. Then we've got the 17 brush, It's a little very, very fine eyeliner brush. So you can just stamp onto your eyelash line. Really great for subtle makeup that makes a big difference. Okay, this was not a promo, but Victoria Beckham Beauty says, since they are a clean beauty brand, that's one of the reasons why I was willing to go and pick up another brick of hers, because I'm trying to really be more aware of what I'm putting on my skin, including makeup, because I know that those things can be absorbed into your system. So I really like clean beauty brands, especially something as luxurious as this. So this is Tweed, and I have all of the shades on now. I kind of went a little bit subtle on it today. One of you mentioned you picked this up and you said that a couple of the shades here were powdery. So this is kind of, I have only used it a couple times, so I don't want to do a review on it yet, but I'm still using it. I also picked up another eyeliner of hers, the one in bronze. So I was excited about this because I do put a shimmery color in the waterline. I've kind of been doing that for years. I've been using the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Copper in my waterline. I'd used that for years. So I thought, let me try her shade. Now this is much more khaki or green on me than I had expected it to be. So it's not as warm as I thought. So it's more like, how would I categorize it? It has a green tone on me. So I don't know if that was the intent, but it's not my first choice. So I really like how her eyeliners perform, but I am not a fan of this color. Okay, speaking of a couple of other things from Victoria Beckham, I really want to try the eye. This is not an eye product. I really wanted to try the lip products, and this is a lip definer, and it was really kind of difficult to tell online what the shades really were, because they kind of started out dark looking, like the #1 didn't look light. So I went for the #2 because I didn't want to get a really deep lip liner. I'm not into that kind of thing. I want something that's going to kind of brighten the exterior of my lips because they're kind of naturally lined because of the way they're colored. So I picked this one, again, a #2, and I don't know, I've been playing with it. Not sure if this was the right shade I should have picked, but I didn't want a berry shade either. I'll talk about another lip liner that I know is better for me, but I will try this on for you when I do the other brick. I'll show it to you in action. And I did purchase this as well, the Bitten Lip Tint. Now, I've not had luck with lip tints in the past, because what can happen is because my lips already have color to them, a lot of color to them, it just looks like, it doesn't look good. I'm just gonna put it that way. It reminds me a little bit of the Benefit. There was a little like lip stain that they used to have. That gave me more of a berry kind of thing. This gives me more of like a purpley kind of lip, which I am not a fan of on me. It's like a burgundy-ish purpley lip. Again, I will try this on for you in an upcoming video, but yeah, I don't know. On the fence. No, not on the fence. I just feel like I need to play with it a little more before I decide. I don't like it. I love her things, but this product, I don't know. I think maybe if you have very little coloring to your lips, it might be a great thing. Like, I really love the idea of a lip stain, I always have. They've just never worked out for me. So I thought maybe this would be something that would work out for me, but I don't know if that's gonna be it either. Let's get to the Sephora. So I went to the Sephora. I went to the Sephora first day of the VIB Rouge event just to pick up a few things. So I did not mean to pick this up. In fact, thank you for watching the video on recommendations because I picked up some of the things that I was talking about, so I want to share them to you. But I will be shopping probably a couple more times before this whole event is over on the 11th. So, and I will link that video below if you didn't see it. Patrick Ta. I was really excited about his first launch, but I could not get my hands on the products that I wanted to, and then I kind of forgot about it. That's kind of how it goes. Something launches, it's got a lot of hype around it. The things I'm interested in sell out really quickly, and then I forget about it because someone else just launched something else. That's kind of how it goes. So I did see that he launched some lip products though. So I thought I did not have much luck with the Victoria Beckham pencil, so let me try another kind of pencil. So I picked up this one by Patrick Ta, really pretty rose gold. I like the packaging. It's not very like Luke's feeling, it's very lightweight. I picked it up in the shade She's Humble. I really admire people who show humility as part of their character. I really value that. So I was really happy that that's the one I picked because I can't remember the other names, but yeah, I'm glad I picked that one. Oh, by the way, I do have that on now paired with the lip that I talked about that I was going to pick up. This is in Glowing Gen by Charlotte Tilbury. So they had this in stock. I saw, again, my sister used it, and it's just a pretty color. So these two together are a very nice combination. The Patrick Ta in She's Humble and then Glowing Gen. I've been wearing those nonstop together. And then I picked up, like I said, the Laura Mercier. Again, I have like 3 full-size bottles now of these in different shades. So I was going to pick up the one closest to Warm Radiance, but then I thought, as I was driving over there, I thought, no, I should pick up the even lighter shade, because if I can combine Warm Radiance and Bare Radiance, that's this one right here, then I can get to that middle shade if I need it, and that would give me more of a range. So if you're not sure of your shade, or you want a broader range, I would pick something that's 2 shades apart. Does that make sense? So this one, and then there's another one here, I can't remember the name, and then there's Warm Radiance. So that way I can have Warm Radiance for when I am deeper, I can have this one for when I'm lighter, and then for the in-between, I'll just blend them together. That was my thinking. Although Bare Radiance is closest, the next closest one to Bare Radiance is the very lightest shade, which I honestly could probably wear. So if you are looking at this, again, make sure you test it, because I am surprised at how light I'm going in these shades, and I'm not fair by any means. So what I've been doing with this tinted moisturizer in Illuminating in Bare Radiance, SPF 30 by the way, I've been mixing this with things too. So I mentioned the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, and I actually have that on right now, but I wanted it to be a little bit radiant because it can tend to be a bit like flat, not flat, but more matte. So, and it's very heavy duty, and I like the coverage, but I don't need it that heavy duty in terms of how serious of a foundation it is. But I do want to blend in the areas that have more coverage versus less, because I kind of fade it out from here. I've been adding this in. So I added foundation and Bare Radiance for the middle part of my face. And then I took the same foundation and then the Golden Radiance, maybe one of the deeper ones, and I mixed the foundation and then I applied it to the exterior of my face. So that way you can use the same foundation. Whoa, that scared me. That way you can use the same foundation, add a little bit of a lighter shade to the middle and then a little bit of a darker shade. Then it's kind of tied together really nicely with the foundation. So yeah, I was really excited about that. But this is great for just bare skin. So yesterday I went out, no, actually it was this morning. We had a quick breakfast to go to, and so I just put on moisturizer and then I put this straight on with a little bit of concealer, and that was it. So if you're my shade, this is really great one just on bare skin. But like I said, I could even go to the lighter one, which is the lightest one. This is another thing I picked up, which is not new to me, but I thought, okay, so I'm going lighter with coverage because again, my discoloration has gotten so much better. I got this Magic Way Concealer in 7, and I just put this on, and then I just use it. So if you haven't seen this or you don't remember, I think I did a video on this. If I did, I'll link it below. I'm pretty sure I did one. But it has that really inconvenient but effective sponge applicator. I don't love the messiness of it, but I like the application. And one of the reasons I picked this up is because if I go a little bit heavier with, say, my Clé de Peau concealer, I want to get that concealer really into my skin. So I've been taking this, and if I do have the Clé de Peau, actually I have some on right now, and then I use this as a stamp kind of just to get that concealer into my pores right here, because that's really where, if you're going to see my makeup, that's where you see it, because I have concealer on there and I have texture. So This has kind of been a nice little helper along the way to get that into the skin so it looks more skin-like. Not that the Clé de Peau doesn't look skin-like, but if I can get it even better, then I will. I've been using that. The Saks Fifth Avenue had their promo where you spend a certain amount, you get a gift card back. So one of the things I picked up was the Bobbi Brown Extra Eye Repair Cream. I've talked about this many times, but I thought I would reiterate how much I love it because I thought, okay, it's empty. And then I went to go look online to reorder it and I thought, I don't remember it being the price point that it was, because I thought that seems really high. So I thought, let me just try some other eye creams that I have. Not have, but I have samples for. So I maybe went through 3 samples of different eye creams, high-end eye creams. And I was like, wow, this really makes a difference, because when I don't use it, I was getting more texture down here. It looked a little puffier. For some reason, it looked like I had darker circles under my eyes, and I don't have dark circles. So for me, I was like, yeah, this is one of those things I am not willing to compromise on. So this is a very emollient eye cream. I use it all year round, and I just will not give it up. I tried to give it up, but I was not getting the results I was getting with this. So I cannot recommend this highly enough. For years I have used this. I also picked up my Clé de Peau brightening serum, which is something that is in my rotation. Also something I'm not willing to give up. So I did pick that up as well. I'll have to go get it. I'm gonna insert a little image because of course it's already in use, so I will show you what that looks like. So this is a favorite here. I don't recall if I mentioned it in a favorite, but I use it every day and it's not that old, but look how much I've used. Like, I've hit pan. Nothing looks like this after this long. Not that I'm saying it doesn't last long, that's just how much I use it. So it's SPF 20 in medium sand. So I use the Color Science Even Up, and that makes my skin look way lighter than it's very much the wrong shade for me, but it is such a great SPF, as well as it's got some brightening components in there, so I'm not going to compromise. I'm going to use that every day. And so this just helps bring my face back to its natural color, as well as more sun protection, SPF 20. So yeah, if you were thinking about this from Color Science, it's really good. Another thing I've been using every day is the Sisley Paris. I'd rather sleep than get ready in the morning. So by the time it's, you know, time to put my makeup on, I think I have about 10 minutes. So this is what I put on, number 11. This is one of the things I put on really fast. I just go all over my eyelid and then under, and then I'm done. And then some mascara in terms of eye makeup. Sometimes I'll put on eyeshadow. No, sometimes I'll use eyeliner, but that's only if I have time. By the way, I did want to update you on eyeliner because I know I've picked up a few of these NARS eyeliners, and what I can tell you is they do not last very well in the waterline. I feel like Mulholland Drive does the best job of sticking in there, but I noticed when I put either Last Frontier or Mambo in the waterline, they don't last all day. So I would pick another eyeliner to do that. Like the Victoria Beckham ones stay much longer than these. These don't really last in the waterline. Although under, if you use it right along the lash line, they work beautifully. They stay all day, but I would not put them in the waterline. I wouldn't rely on them for that, but they are very nice eyeliners, but I do have to sharpen them frequently because they are not twist ups, they are sharpen type of eyeliners. So I just wanted to update you because I picked up 3 now in various brown shades, and that's how I've been using them. Then we've got the Charlotte Tilbury, this one palette, the Gorgeous Glowing Beauty. I have been using this non-stop, this bronzer, really pretty. So one thing I noticed, I picked another bronzer, I can't remember which one it was, but I picked up a bronzer and I just wanted to like dust it on my forehead to get it to kind of even out. And also, yeah, right here, if this is stark like the same color as here, it looks really funny. It doesn't, yeah, it looks like more mask-like my makeup, and I used a different bronzer and it looked like I had been rolling around in the dirt. So that really does make a difference for me if the bronzer is warm versus cool. I really like this one as a bronzer. On to a couple of fashion favorites. Oh no, wait, hair favorite. A hair favorite. I've been curling my hair again, as you can see, because I feel like without it, it just doesn't have any kind of body to it. It just lays really flat to my head. So I've been using this, my beach waver. So I really like this one. It's the 1.25 dual voltage. So I think it's for if you travel that you can switch it. It's 100 to 240 volts. It's a really nice product, and actually it's really fast. I did do a video on this at one point, but I just wanted to mention it because it's been something I've been using, well, for videos. I've been using it. Yeah, it's mostly for videos, just to get my hair in shape. I think I used it once in real life for a real life thing, but if you like to curl your hair or get a curl in there, that one does a really nice job. Although this side, I don't know, didn't take as well today. But I do put a heat protected in first, just so it keeps everything kind of, you know, healthy. But it's a nice bouncy kind of curl. That's what I like about it. It's fast. It's got a great result. If you leave it in a little bit longer, of course, the curl will hold longer. So if you were having trouble with that, maybe leave it in for a couple seconds longer, but make sure you protect it, because any heat on your hair is not a great thing for it. And I was gonna say something else. I can't remember what I was gonna say anyway. So I do have a video on that, and I'll link that below if you wanna see that in action. Just a couple of fashion favorites. In terms of fashion, I don't know if you've noticed that I wear the same things over and over again in videos, because I don't really haul fashion. In fact, I'm really trying not to. I'm trying to pick pieces very strategically, mostly things that elevate what I'm wearing, and I'm really interested in pre-owned accessories now, because that's a way to get more luxury items without having to save that much, because they are discounted, of course. And I noticed people who purchase luxury accessories are very careful with them, so they're usually very well taken care of. I really try to resist purchasing anything that is not well thought out or that is impulsive, because I'm at the point where now I have pretty much good basic items, but I'm just wanting to elevate with accessories at this point. Since I don't spend a lot frequently on clothing, I save up and am able to purchase things that are at a higher price point, say every few months. One of the things I've been wanting to purchase are more belts, statement belts. I love the Gucci one, but I feel like everybody has that one, but I still think it looks really good. So I pictured this one up. It's by Beckham. And the reason I liked it is because it was different. It's a little bit more subtle. Well, maybe not subtle, but so it's a gold hardware, and it's reversible. So you can wear it like this with the red out, or you can switch this out and have black showing. And I think I mentioned there were a few things on my like icon list of items I wanted to purchase because they're, not because they're iconic, but because I really just like them. They're the things that kind of put that brand on the map or are very associated with that brand. Does that make sense? Did that make sense? Or they're items that when you think of that brand, you think of that item. So like Burberry, their trench coat. So that's one of the things that's on my list. Balmain is their jacket with the gold buttons. I don't know the name of it, but I know that I like it. So this is one of those brands. But I thought it was really nice because I have a red bag that I don't really use that often, but I thought maybe if I use this with it, then I'm trying to just put this on like I'm putting on backwards. Why is this not making sense? Okay. And I thought it would go with this bag. I don't really wear matchy-matchy, but I've had this, and this was pre-owned. I got it from The Real, I think. It's the Valentino Rockstud something with the Rockstuds. I can't even remember the name. Anyway, my sister had, I think, a couple of these, and I really liked it because I like to just hold it like this, because otherwise I will lose my bag. I mean, it does have a strap on it. These two actually are almost a perfect match. So these look really nice together if it's just denim. I always say that, denim, and just something more casual that you can elevate it with this. Or I've also worn this with a dress and just kind of cinched the waist in. This is really nice too for a, like a jacket, a blazer, and then wrapping this around. I think that's really cute. Statement belts are on my radar. There's another one by Christian Dior that I think is beautiful. And then I wanted to mention this bag. I don't remember if I mentioned it last time or not, but I've had this for years. I got this in Hawaii when we were there over 5 years ago, I'm gonna say. And I kind of put it away and then forgot where it was, but I've been using it a lot. It just fits really well under your arm. Oh, you can't see, but it fits really well under your arm and fits enough like a cell phone, keys, your a little wallet, and glasses if you wear them, or sunglasses, and that's just the right size for those things. So I've been really using this quite a bit because I don't like bringing bulky bags with me, especially when we go out to eat. I like to just tuck the bag behind my back or have it sit on my lap when I'm at the table if there's no hook or something for the bag. So I really like that. And plus it's like, this is a classic Louis Vuitton print, so you cannot go wrong with it. So it's just a really convenient everyday staple. And I think like it's in style now. It's the funny thing is that I've had it, but it's now in style. So that's what I love about any of these classic pieces, is that they will always be in style. Because if you pick something like this, or even though I know these Rockstead things are not as popular as before, but this is a very like simple bag. So same thing with the belt. So those accessories are things that you will have, or I will have forever really, because I'm never going to really sell them. I purchased them with the intent of keeping them. That's it for my October haul and favorites. Of course, you'll be seeing more because I still have shopping to do with the Sephora holiday bonus event. And I'm sure there's some other things. Oh, then we have all of the shopping at the end of November coming up. So there will be more things, but I will be highlighting the Sisley and the Victoria Beckham items that I picked up recently, and other things that are in my top shelf that I haven't yet featured. There are so many things I picked up that I've never really revisited. So my next video will be looking at all those items in my top shelf. So if you'd like to see that, make sure you're subscribed, because it'll just pop up on your feed if you're subscribed. So I think it'll be interesting to look at all those things in my top shelf. So make sure to tune in for that one. That might be a long video. I think this one's a long video, but if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for my October. And I was using the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eyeshadow Stick? Their Caviar Stick Eyeshadow? Caviar Eyeshadow Stick?